Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video, and for today's video I'm going to show you how to make these gloves. So I am making a different set. Obviously in this video I'm making this set. I decided to make the wrist portion shorter with these, but that's just a small change that you'd make when crocheting, so I just made it a bit shorter, but you can make them longer if you want. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make these. You make them in whatever color you want, obviously. So the things that you're gonna be needing are scissors, a crochet hook. You can use pretty much any size you want. I'm using a 4mm hook though for this. Some darning needles and some yarn, obviously. So I'm using this Karen yarn. It's weight 4 yarn, and I have this brown color, and I also use the exact same yarn but in green for the green part. And then also, this is optional, but I think it's really cute. I just have some ribbon on here. And also, if you're gonna want to hold down the ribbon, so eventually I'm gonna cut off these ends and hot glue it down. So if you want to do so that it doesn't move around, it's more permanent that way. But if you want to change out the ribbon, then don't do that. But if you're going to want to do that, then you also need some hot glue or fabric glue. So to get started, you're going to do a slip knot. And then you are going to chain 12. If you want, now this is the time when you're going to decide how long you want the wrist part. For these, I think I did about 16, and for this I did 12. So decide right now how long you're going to want that part, because you can't go back. So chain 12. 1, 2, okay, so now that you have chain 12, you're just going to do half double crochets all the way down. So yarn over, insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops that are on the hook, and that is called a half double crochet. So repeat the same thing, yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. And you're just going to repeat that all the way down. So once you have finished, it should look like this. And for the rest of the rows, this is what you're going to do. So you're going to chain 1, and that is your turning stitch. Turn your project, yarn over, and you're gonna work in the back loops only. So you see that there are 2, the stitch is kind of a V shape. You're gonna work in only the back line, so the back part of the V. Insert into there, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. So it's essentially just, so it is what you've been doing, a half double crochet, but just in the back loop only. And this gives it that ribbed effect. So it gives it this ribbed texture that you can kind of see, like that, where this part kind of stands up a little. So once you've reached your last stitch, you are going to do the same thing again. Chain 1, turn, yarn over, insert into the back loop only, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Insert only into there. There you go. And keep doing that for as many rows as you want. This is super easy to be able to just measure it to how you like it on your wrist, and then keep going if you want more rows. So just keep doing rows and then kind of wrapping it around your wrist and seeing if you want more. for this one. I think I did about 21 rows. I'll count them again before, but I'm pretty sure I did 21 rows. And it wraps comfortably around. I did do it so that there's a little left because I do crochet these kind of loops on either side, which hold the, like, as you can see, right, you can kind of see right there, there's these loops right here, so you can tie the ribbon. I also am going to do just a single crochet all along the edges so that it looks a bit neater, so account for that as well. Don't make it too big. I'd recommend going do less rows than you think you need, because it usually stretches. So this is what it looks like. So now that you have finished crocheting all of your rows, I did 21 in total. You are going, this is optional, but I think it makes it look a lot neater, and it's also going to add more, I guess, length to it. So I'm just going to do crochet all along this side with single crochets. So wherever it looks like you can fit a single crochet, then just crochet one. So there's no specific amount or specific place to do it. It's just all along the edge. So insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through both, and just keep doing that all along the edge. And I'll meet you back when I'm done. So now that you finish crocheting all along this edge right here, you're just going to also crochet along this edge as well. And again, just do the exact same thing, just crochet single crochets all along the edge. Make sure though that it matches with this side. So do the same amount that's on this side. Now that you've crocheted all along this edge, guess what? You're also gonna crochet along this one as well. So now that you're finished crocheting all around the edge, you're just going to fold the wrist part. You're gonna fold this part and you're going to connect it with the top 2 stitches right here. This is just so that you can start crocheting this part, or else it would have nothing to like connect it to in the middle. So you're just gonna find the first, you're gonna insert your hook into the first stitch on this side and insert your hook on the first stitch on this side, and you're just going to slip knot, or slip stitch, sorry, not slip knot, slip stitch, and do the same for this side. Perfect. Okay, so once you've done that, then now you're just going to chain 1 and then cut off the yarn. And I like to do it while I'm making the glove, but you can always do it at the end. You're just going to weave in the ends with a darning needle. So first you're going to just do a slip knot, or however you like to attach your yarn to your work, then just do it that way. I like to do a slip knot first. Okay, like that. And now you're just going to single crochet all along the edge. So now that you have single crocheted all along the edge, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you are going to skip the first stitch. So skip the first one and then do a double crochet into the second one. And now do another double crochet. and now chain 2 and do another double crochet in that same stitch and one more double crochet in that same stitch. And you've made your first fancy lace stitch right there. So now you're going to skip 3, so 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the 4th one. Again, double crochet is just wrapping your yarn around once, inserting your hook, pulling through, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2 more, and then do that again. Chain 2 and double crocheting 2 again. Okay, and you're just going to repeat that all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're skipping 3 and crocheting into the 4th one. 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. So now that you've reached the end and you've crocheted all the way up along the row, you're gonna have 1 stitch left, which is gonna be this middle one right here, and you're gonna skip that and you're going to double crochet into the first stitch in the chain 3. So it should be right here. Like so. And now you are going to chain 3, flip your work, and you're going to work like that. So you're going to double crochet. Now this is what you're going to do for the rest of the rounds. So double crochet, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and then 2 double crochets into each of these little holes. So we've created these little holes into the top of each of the fancy lace stitches, and that is where you're going to insert your hook. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. And then do it again. So 2 double crochets into that little spot. Oops. Chain 2, 2 double crochets into that spot. And repeat that all the way around. So I just went ahead and finished the row, and I also double crocheted into that stitch right there, which is just the first stitch from the chain 3 that we did from the previous round. And now you're going to chain 3 like we did last time, turn your work, and crochet all along this row again. And you're just gonna keep doing this until you like the amount of rows that you do So for this one, I think I did 1, 2, 3. I think I did 3 rows of this fancy lace stitch, but you can do however many you want. You can also keep going up, add a thumb hole if you want, and then it can go all the way up to here. You know, you can do that if you want. So once you've finished doing all the rows you want, you're just going to slip stitch into the first fancy stitch, and then chain 1, which I think I already did. Yeah, and then you're just going to cut off the yarn. And you're finished with that, and now you're just going to weave in the ends. So now I am just going to do the little loops so that you can put a bow. You can So you're just going to get the same color yarn that you used for the wrist part, and you're just going to attach the yarn and then do 2 single crochets. And then you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. You're chain 4. If you want, you can do more single crochets and then start chaining wherever, it's just wherever you want the loop to be. So you could have the bow up higher, but I like it lower right here, so it just depends on your personal preference. So once you chain 4, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're just going to single crochet into that 4th stitch and then continue single crocheting along. And then once you get to the end, you're just going to chain 1 and cut off the yarn. And as you can see, that creates a loop right here so that you can insert the ribbon. And you're just gonna copy that exactly the same on the other side. So now that you've finished doing the little loops, you can now input the bow. Okay, so now they are finished. I just hot glued the tiny little dot. I just did a tiny little dot of hot glue to hold them down so that they don't move around, because if you put them on, sometimes they will move around a bit, and I just don't like that. So this is what they look like on. I think they are super cute and I really like them. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and you found it helpful. I hope that you also made these or you try to make them, and let me know how you think of this tutorial and if you liked it. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.